Hi, Mike. How are you?
Why are you laughing?
I just think that's us singing that opening music that Luis and you made, and then I just happened to be there to I don't know.
Time?
Wait, not only waste your time. The people can't hear you talk, mind you, but
Waste our time.
there you go. But also I lent you my voice. This, some might say, a perfect
The
lyricist.
dulcet tones. Of
Yeah.
mediocrity.
Very mediocre at best. But welcome everybody to another episode of Specrapular. We are a podcast that talks about movies and shit. I am one of your hosts, Brandon Aquino, but I am joined by my best friend and confidant who's not good with cables, Mike Vera.
Hey, everybody.
That's the most outlandish intro that you're always typically like, hey.
Nah.
So I'm glad
I
that
don't
you
believe
did
it.
that.
I don't believe it one bit.
Go back the last 5 episodes, everybody.
Everybody rewatch all 100 whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Well, guess what episode this is, Mike?
100? The fuck?
It is. Oddly enough, it says on YouTube it's 113. It's not.
No. YouTube is liars.
Well, it is what it is. But
YouTube is liars.
Yeah. Liers. Liars. But this is our 100th episode. And we
Take
made
it in, everybody.
This is 4 years, give or take.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't like hear about how long things take because it just reminds me of how much of my life is wasted.
Well, actually, I honestly think it's longer. I think we actually started in 2020.
Get the fuck out of here. No,
Yeah.
not even a little bit.
I'm pretty sure we started at the tail end of 2020.
I would be nowhere near you at that time.
Why?
Did we fucking do the episode through a piece of plexiglass?
Maybe we
then
started.
No,
in
we did
2021.
not.
Maybe we started in 2021. I guess,
Nah.
but okay,
It's
whatever.
not 4 years.
Okay. Well, because you got to think each season is about 12 or 13 episodes.
I could scroll to the beginning and see what the first episode is.
Fucking do it. Let's see you do some stuff. But today,
I'm good with computers.
as Mike is looking through his computer, I'll explain real quick. Mike and I are going to do one of our favorite movies. And it's a movie we talked about quite a few times, and it's just never been available. Oddly enough, Mike did inform me that I found out a little prior to him too, is that the movie that we're reviewing ended up being available on Tubi. But whenever we wanted to do this movie, it was just never streaming on anything. And Mike, as you could currently see, he's swiping right on everybody. Anybody he sees that has legs, he's swiping right on.
May 16th, 2021.
Okay. So it's a year after, basically almost a whole year after COVID essentially started here in the United States.
Yeah.
Because it was like March of 2020?
Yeah.
Give or take. Because that was the same year Kobe died, unfortunately, in 2020. It was January 20-something, 20...
Was it really?
Yeah,
That was
unfortunately.
just a bad year all around.
Yeah.
My dog died.
Stan? Okay. How is he?
Huh?
I said, how is he? But you said he's dead. And that's too bad, because Stanley was a silly boy.
Yeah.
He was a basset hound?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like the deep fucking shit. Would people because Snoopy, what was Snoopy?
A beagle.
A beagle. Okay, so is there a difference between those dogs? I mean, obviously name difference, but like they look similar. Would you say?
No. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But beagles aren't as short, and their ears are shorter.
Okay.
And they do bark. They don't howl like that. I think they hunt in
Packs like
packs
wolves?
and stuff like that. But basset hounds are super low, super short, big barrel chested.
Is that
big-
why you chose them for the big chest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those stuff you get give them good pats on it. And,
Yeah. I like doing that to dogs. To animals in general, like like
Yeah.
hit the side of their belly.
And then they're super long ears. Second behind only bloodhounds in their sense of smell.
Okay. So why? Really quick before we get to the movie, why did you choose that kind of dog though, as opposed to a lab?
Yeah. Well, I had one before, and I enjoyed him, so I got another one.
I don't think I knew you when you had the other one.
True.
Okay. Because I've known.
I did know you when I got Stanley, though.
I did.
I brought him
yeah,
to your
you
house.
did. Yes, correct. Yeah. Look what I got, and I was like, get that fucking thing out of here.
Yeah.
Because I had cats.
So velvety.
Yeah. So Mike, what movie did we watch, or what? Because obviously people know what we watch, but like if it's their first time watching us, this is our 100th episode. So Mike, what? Oh, so I don't forget, like and subscribe our fucking show if you can, if you will.
100 episodes in, and you still can't get it right.
Do you remember to say it?
No.
Yeah. So please like and subscribe to our podcast, whether you're listening to us on Spotify.
Listen here, Brendan.
Apple Music, if you're listening to us on YouTube or watching us on all these platforms as well. I think we're also on Stitcher. And I literally put us on like everything. And unfortunately, a lot of
Are
those...
we on Pornhub?
We can be.
Fuck
I
yeah.
can put us on there. We had I think Stitcher actually closed down, and we were on Google Podcasts that closed down. So we're still on Apple. We're still on Spotify. We're on YouTube.
We had 4 million subscribers on Google.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Down
And then
the drain.
gone. Yeah, gone. It means nothing.
God.
And now we have like 30 here on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like, I think like 80 or 90 on Spotify or something like that. So,
You tell everyone our business, okay?
well, our average demographic,
1,000.
as we've talked about before, is women. It's like 80% women now.
Terrible idea.
Yeah, it is. You ladies
I don't know
are-
what you're doing
are
with your
fools.
lives.
Absolute fools. Listening to two dumb idiots talk
Yep.
about genitals, Ed Harris's balls, which is still
Yes.
genitals. My obsession with shoes, which today these are the New Balance XL. I don't remember, but this is the 5th
These
iteration.
are the Monster Zeke Mike Wazowski specials.
No, you know
Hey,
what?
man, get your
I know.
fucking feet off my fucking
You're
table.
fine.
What the fuck?
Adidas did make a Mike Wazowski, and you're thinking Sully, but
Damn it!
yeah,
I fucked that up real
yeah,
good.
you fucked it up. It's not. They're not green. You dumb shit.
You know, let's start over. We'll start a new,
16 minutes
new
in. Let's
100
fucking start
episodes.
it over. No, it's 6 minutes. Yeah, you're thinking Sully, and he had the purple hair with the dots and shit.
Well, no, he was mostly blue with like the purpley dots.
Okay, but so you're still wrong. But it's okay. You know what's important to understand, everybody.
You know,
is
I
that
really just
admit when
wanted to
you're
do
wrong.
one episode where we didn't look like idiots,
That's not going to ever happen.
and here we are.
Yeah.
So this is what you get, everyone.
Well, we're idiots within the first 10 seconds because you're talking to me without even the microphone to your face.
Oh my god!
So you a dumbass. Anyway, Mike. So what movie are we reviewing today, and how do we fix what we've already accomplished today, which is look like dumb shits?
Well, we can watch a movie about dumber people than us.
Okay.
So we are watching from 94.
Yep.
Dumb and Dumber,
Not to be mistaken with Dumb and Dumber or Dumb and Dumber 2.
written by the brothers Bobby and Peter Farrelly, starring Jim Carrey as Lloyd, Jeff Daniels as Harry. Lauren Holly is do me
Lauren
off because her
Holly. Yeah,
picture
you-
is blonde now and it's not
Yeah,
redhead.
the redhead. Yeah, and you
That's
couldn't think of her
Mary.
name last time in the last episode. You're like, Holly. You couldn't remember her first name. Also, I was hoping you were going to say Jimothy Carey, but you said Jim.
After a woman leaves a briefcase at the airport terminal, a dumb limo driver and his dumber friend set out on a hilarious cross-country road trip to Aspen to return it.
I have to disagree with that 100% with what you said, because
Dumb and
Jim is the
Dumber?
dumber one. I think Jeff is the dumb one. What do you think?
Yeah.
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 Because Jeff.
But Jim is conniving by the end. And are dumb people Yeah. You know, now that I say that, I
Well, we have a few friends that are like Noah that are Republican, so they're pretty dumb. Down boy. But so I would say Jeff. So you agree? Jeff is the dumb one. Jim is the dumber one.
Yeah, but honestly, I never even think about actually putting like, oh, what is what on there.
Well, what about you and I? Who's the dumb one? Who's the dumber one? I already know who it is, but
I know like things and about
you don't
stuff.
know how to read. You just memorize a lot of words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got like facts and stuff stuffed
Is that
in
why
here.
you're so good at Jeopardy and like that puzzle, the buzz game
Yes.
and shit that we had? Yeah. You have a lot of useless and some useless. I'm sorry, useless and useful information.
I
in your
have
head.
some useless,
Yeah.
and
Mostly useless.
more really useless information. Up
Yeah.
here. Right.
I would say I'm the dumber one. Yeah, I'd say you have more intelligence.
Yeah,
than
but
I
you
do.
got more like a pizzazz when it comes
Charm?
to certain things. Take it easy.
charm, charisma,
Like, actually, I have a couple friends like this, and it makes me angry.
charming, charismatic, Filipino.
Where, like, most people, if you start like a new job or something like that, you just keep it on the down low.
Right.
Just fill out, put the vibe out, fill the place out.
Yep.
Don't make too big a splash, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you and other friends are like, they walk in and they're like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" You have like fucking 9 best friends by the end of the first day.
So
it's fucking bullshit.
I can't help it that
There's a magnetism, charisma,
je ne sais quoi. But
a certain day.
so I think you can attest to this, that like we talked about this before we started the podcast, how anxious you and I can get. Me especially, I get super sweaty, right?
Yeah.
And but like when it comes to making friends, I'm very outgoing, and I can talk about a lot of things, and you have that. You can talk about a lot of shit too, and so we have a lot of similar characteristics of each other. I think it's just
We like
that-
doing this.
Yeah, I like doing this one. I'm dancing. Okay. No, that's not a good one. But I think it's just more. I am an introverted extrovert.
That's the dumbest thing. Speaking of a dumb movie, that's the dumbest thing you ever said in your entire life.
Well, I'm the dumber one. So
what you're saying is, without sounding stupid, is people are complicated and complex, and they have some traits that can seem incongruous with one another, but it's still that's the complexity and beauty of the human life.
What? But yeah, of course, everybody.
Yeah.
But I think again, you and I are very similar. So I don't know why that like.
Okay, so like. Me, like you, just like holding court, like in a room with people, you know, that's you can do that all day, right? But if I were to put a microphone in front of you, make you sing a song,
that's
no
good.
dice. Whereas I would belt it out like Aretha on a fucking,
you know, you give me some
Sunday service, church.
You give me some
service,
Papa Roach, I'll sing like a motherfucker, or some Atreyu, like I don't know why I always say Atreyu as a joke, because like people our age are gonna get that.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's
literally nobody. Like, why are they talking about the never-ending story?
Like 25 or the fucking dog thing, the flying dog snake. So yeah, like you said that to my coworker that's like 25. She's like, by the way,
yeah.
Anyway, so Mike, we're doing Dumb and Dumber, and it's one of our favorite movies. I'm the dumber one. You're the dumb one. We're both obviously not dumb. We're just idiots, and we say some stupid shit sometimes, not often. Or sometimes the things that we say too are very, very, very smart. It's just that like,
why are you trying to prove yourself?
We're saying it in a joking manner. No, I like. There's certain aspects of our humor that of course people aren't gonna like, right? Because it's comedy. It's just like anything. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion about stuff. But like, I feel like our humor. Do you think that it's the things that we joke about? Do you think that would be a majority of people's kind of stuff that they will laugh at, or do you think it's fewer people? That's fireworks. If you guys didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Do you think we're more people's forte with humor, or do you think we're less people's forte with humor?
I would say, not to toot my own horn here.
Suck your own dick.
Because we're sucking his own dick.
Just a tip.
One of the things people, I think you're aware of this. I think a lot of people say this. Like, people are their own worst critics, right?
Yeah.
One of the things I don't get criticized for, though,
penis
is girth,
length. It's a different story, but girth,
circumference,
it's
overall volume.
It's like a goddamn Four Loko can. But the mini Coke.
Yeah,
it's a mini Coke Four Loko.
It's like a tuna can.
It's like a jar of red sauce for spaghetti. It's like thick, and it's thick like it was spaghetti sauce too. Like when you orgasm, it's like a pile, and it's thick.
There's some texture.
It's like applesauce.
Not much viscosity. A clumping, if you will.
It clots. If you get it on your clothes, it's ruined.
like the meat, like the sausage thing where the meat comes out
with the tube. If you don't put it in the fucking the foreskin, then it's that's what you get. Anyway, Mike.
What was I talking about?
You're talking about us. And
yeah. One of the things people tend to think I'm funny, and they tell me that I'm funny, so I tend to believe them.
Okay. Yeah.
So, insofar as like certain jokes might be tasteless, like I don't know, the past 48 seconds of this show that you just heard, that might be a bit much for some people. But otherwise, no, I think I'm pretty. Ooh, that was a good snap.
That was not bad. Try it again.
Well, it's better when I try it the second time.
It's all right. Someday you'll get
100
there.
episode.
You'll become an adult.
We have to bring back the classics. The snapping.
Yeah, people.
We might make Brandon try to do math later.
And I might do a British accent. British accent.
Michael Caine might make an appearance.
Michael Caine.
Arnold will.
Arnie.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, there's some horrible impressions. You know, this should have been a clip episode.
Yeah.
All the...
We're gonna watch some clips of our show. Wait till everybody wants to go. I got nothing.
All right, well, you tried. You had the beginning. You had that good. You had the beginning. Anyway, Mike, so we're doing Dumb and Dumber. I don't even have my phone for my notes.
What's your computer?
So on the tablet?
Yeah.
Even though I did do my notes on that, I just didn't want to bring it. because it's all on here. It's all synced. Who'd have thought with a smartphone and you use, I don't know, the same apps, you can sync them all.
All right. Question for you guys. Who's smarter? These two phones or the guys using
The phones. The phones have unlimited data. Let me ask you this. Who's dumber, Mike or Brandon? Mm-hmm. And Google says, who the fuck is that? All right, so...
Ask us people who matter.
Yeah, it says, determining who is dumber between two people is highly subjective and depends on how you define intelligence. Intelligence is... Intelligence is
Reading
multifaceted
is one of them.
and can be measured in many... Don't even get me started on reading, because when you read it, you're like...
No.
Yeah.
That's only like the Korean movies trying to say the
Or
names
when you're
properly.
writing, when you can't spell.
Oh, I can't spell.
Oh, you read my... We won't talk about it on this, but like you read the script, you thought it was funny?
Yeah.
You know who didn't think it was funny? I'll give you one guess, and it's a guy.
Yeah. Fucking... Oh my God, what is his name? Your old partner.
Randall.
Yeah, Randall.
Hated it. Hated everything about it. He said, and I love you still, Randall. I didn't respond to your email yet. I'm sorry if you watch this. He's like, yeah, it's just not funny. I was like, but like, I want that criticism, but he had no constructive. He was just like, it's not funny. I was like,
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm just gonna go sit over here and cry. But then other people that I've had read it, like again, I'm not trying.
Yeah, it's not perfect. Like we'll
No.
discuss it,
Yeah.
but there's some funny things.
Thanks. Anyway, so getting my notes.
Mostly the last page where I have to stop reading, where I get to stop reading. That's a good
Oh, when you're done. Yeah, I'm like, what? What's wrong with the last page? Here we go. Here. So, Dumb and Dumber. Okay. Okay, I got my notes.
No, again, we didn't. We went over a little bit at the end of last episode where we realized just our friendship.
Yeah.
Where did this movie come in to that, though? Because obviously it's from 1990. What did I say? 4?
It's 94, yeah.
Like, so we had seen it for a decade
yeah.
before we became
more,
friends.
more than a decade, yeah. Because we met in 2019, and
What?
Yeah,
We met 6 years ago?
I'm sorry, in 2009. I'm sorry, and
I'm sorry, what? In 2000 what year?
I thought we met in 2009.
2005!
Because I graduated high school. Okay, that would make sense. That would make sense, yeah. Because that's over 20 years. Yeah, we're over 20 years now. I can't look at that. Can't
See, guys,
do math.
here's the thing.
Can't do math.
I thought I had a best friend.
Yeah.
And
Looks like Luis took the top spot now.
apparently the first 14 years of our friendship means nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
So that's...
Like I can give or take without it. Like
a tough pill to swallow
There was times
sometimes.
where we didn't talk for months, and
Yeah.
and that's mostly your fault. No, it's the person I was
No,
dating.
that was
It definitely the person I
100%
was
your
dating.
fault.
That fucking bitch. So this movie though, a buddy road trip.
Yeah.
We've never taken a road trip. We have gone to another country together, but it wasn't like
Doesn't that count?
not necessarily.
road trip.
Yeah, it's not a road trip.
I feel like it would just be you listening to my music and
Yeah.
sitting there quietly and dealing with it.
Yeah,
The whole time.
scrolling through Reddit. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. As you're driving, you're like,
Why doesn't Arizona have better reception? Oh,
we're in the middle of the fucking Sahara. Sahara.
are we there yet?
Yeah. Why do I sound like I'm a fucking pothead? What the fuck, dude? Do you have my bong? I've literally never done a drug. So,
Righteous.
this movie, Jim Carrey plays Lloyd Christmas, and Jeff Daniels plays who?
Harry Dunn.
So Harry, as I said, I think he's just the dumb one. He has a job. He's a little.
Again, I don't think of the title as...
It has to be. It's Dumb and Dumber. It's about them.
I know, but they're not... There's no effort in the movie to assign intelligence to either of them.
You're right.
It's just a funny play on the word.
But it seems like Jim does more of the dumb stuff. Even the very end, they're looking for a guy to oil these ladies up, and he's like, "You're in luck. There's a town over there." And Jeff's just like, "Uh huh." Like he's.
No, you got that wrong. Jeff.
No, I
says
do not have
and
it
then
wrong.
Lloyd goes, "You realize what you've done?" Then he runs and stops him and tells him, "Oh, it's the other way."
You're right. You are right. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's right. Yeah, he's right.
We're arguing. But that brings me to my point about the film.
Okay.
Well, not a point. But
Is that all your note? Okay, good.
shut up.
Okay. Is that the 2 pages?
Look at this chicken scratch. I don't even know how. I was writing it lying down.
Hold on. Let me see this.
Fuck you.
Let me just see these words. Let me see how you. I'm not gonna show. I can read it. No, you're fine. I was thinking like maybe it's like it's unintelligible. Yeah. You're a wind talker. Fucking fucking World War II.
The amount of lines from this movie that I either say just in throughout my day. I think that's a big thing for me. That really gets to the point of like a movie that I guess I don't guess it's important to me or it just means a lot to me or I've just seen it a bunch of times. Like how often I can just recall I can like slip it into little moments of life in real life, and most
Many
people
things you can slip in.
don't recognize it, but you do recognize it because you know exactly where they're from. And I mean, probably 75% of them is just to you, either texting you or just saying it to each other.
Chase does that to me too. I think I told you.
Yeah.
Chase will send me Arnold stuff or Dumb and Dumber stuff, and I know you can do that too. There's very few friendships that I have where Chase will just send me like a quote, like an Arnold thing, and I'm like, and then I send him something back. So it's. I'm not saying he's a better friend than you. I'm just saying. Anyway,
Why isn't he on this fucking show?
Chase, if you'd like to, come on by. Come from New York. Anyway.
Is it New York?
Yeah, I think he still lives in the Bronx.
Now I wish I was him now too. Son of a bitch.
He's a furry man. He can grow a nice full beard. I don't know if his brother can, if Jared can, but Chase can grow a nice gnarly beard. You've seen Chase. You've met Chase.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Whatever.
so stop.
Does he have red hair?
No, he does not. I would not be a friend with someone with red hair.
But it's like a light brown.
Yeah. Like a dark brown. Yeah. And
So the opposite of light dark. Well, the other thing, but yeah, sure. Fuck you.
I don't think you ever met Jared. I think his hair was darker too. What are the twins that are not? They don't look alike. Is it fraternal?
Yes.
Okay, so they're fraternal twins.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. But Chase was one I hung out with more. Not in a bad way. Just Jared loved to skate, but he just had issues with his knees, I think. While Chase, myself, Noah, Anthony, a little bit of Vlad.
So he was better than you and didn't want to waste his time hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, he's riding his fixies and stuff. Yeah. I should know.
That was the issue with his knees. They were good, and you guys suck.
Yeah, they're perfect. My knees, again, surprisingly, still pretty good. It's just my foot and ankle that have the issue sometimes. My knees are pretty fucking solid still. Now, going lo and behold, when I turn 40, I'm like, and just they're completely deteriorated. But anyway, so you have your notes. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you.
Well, so far it's just all these quotes. I don't want to go through all of them because there's just so many.
Rattle off a few and let me see if I know where they're from.
Well, of course
in the movie, not what movie they're from.
Well, I kind of did them in order, so you don't know.
Then fucking go out of order.
Shut up.
I wish I knew how to read.
Watch the seat.
That's when he's pissing in it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Just when I thought you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you do something like this.
When he gets a little motorbike, and which is so stupid.
There you go.
When he's taking the pills.
No.
Like there you go. Pills or is it not?
Well, pills are good. I wrote that down as well.
Yeah.
But there you go. Is when he's handing out the hundreds to all the.
Oh, okay,
the staff
that's
members.
fair. Yeah. How much money was in that suitcase?
$2 million or something like that.
$2 million in 1994 would go so far.
No, and I don't care.
That's when he's talking to the girl at the bar. But he says it like, no, I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say it exactly because you would definitely know. But it's like big hopes, huh? Well, see you later. Like I don't know how many times in my life I've said that. As well.
Even just the see you later. Like, whoop, see you later.
Pussy. Like how many times did we do that? Like throughout the life. Now there were a couple that caught my eye, and we've had arguments about them, which is interesting because Brandon normally won these arguments because we'd look them up. We check the tape.
Win arguments.
Yeah, we check the tape and he would be correct. Not arguments, just disagreements about actual facts and
whatever. Like dialogue and
That's why I was surprised you got that one wrong. Probably because your advanced age.
You're older than me.
But when he's peeing in the cup or in the bottle, and he's saying like, "Well, just stop." He's like, "I can't stop once I've started it."
I say it stings.
That is correct. Well, at least that's what it says on the for like years. I thought stays, which kind of sounds funny too.
Right.
And then we watched it with captions on.
Well, have you never taken a piss and then you kind of like got to cut it off and it's like, oh, and you get a little.
Yeah, but I have good urethral control.
So do I. Yours sprays out like a bottle, right?
It's like lighter fluid.
It's
it
like
just
a mist.
Comes out and it's
like
fucking,
a mist.
It's
like if you were to go in there with a black light after I was done pissing, you'd see it all over the walls. But a light mist.
Yeah.
Just like how I climax. It's just.
Yeah.
It's truly a problem.
It's like a squirt bottle.
That's why I just said it's a spray, like it's a spray bottle, guys. Yeah,
you gotta do that sound.
You gotta get more area with it because if you do a squirt, if you do a line, it's just gonna splash back a little bit. And stuff. You do the mist, so it covers more area.
Okay. So you're breathing it in.
Yeah, I breathe in my own jism. And that's why I'm always tasting. I'm always when I start that box, I'm always like,
Air rating jism since 1986.
there you go. When's my birthday?
So another one. It is in.
What's the day?
It would be July 23rd. Second.
Third.
Fuck you!
You never doubt yourself, Mike. Say it with confidence.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
So another one. This is just little, like the little. Oh, they have a name. What are they called? Where you just remember lines incorrectly from movies. Like
idiots.
Like Luke, I am your father. That sort of stuff. Like
Right,
it's not that.
because he never actually. Yeah, he never said that.
When they get to Aspen on the motorbike,
Uh-huh.
and he says, "We're there." I always thought he says, "We're there, man." But he
doesn't
just
say
says,
man.
"We're there."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh, that's fun."
We're there. And then they fall
So if it's
over.
something you really love for a lot, like you like, oh, we just get stuff wrong. That's how it formed in our memory, and then that's the way it stays.
I think it's your advanced
hard
age.
to break.
Yeah.
No, that's my vast intellect cramming so much stuff in there. Stuff's bound to get lost.
So much
on
information.
occasion.
Yes,
a
I'm
word
sure.
here and there, a birthday, an emotion,
An anniversary.
the ability to love.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
To
Just
feel. What
to
is
feel
a feeling? Oh my gosh. So what else? With that whole page was just lines.
all three
Okay,
pages of
okay.
lines. She touched my leg. Okay,
Yeah.
shoot him.
Yeah,
Like, oh
yeah.
my god. Like,
Did you notice the mistake at that part?
What?
When the what the fuck's the bad guy's name? Let's just call him bad guy.
Yeah.
And he's shooting his pistol,
it's called Billie Eilish.
and then the slide goes back because he shot all
Yes!
the bullets, and he's still like about to
that
shoot.
was the note that I was gonna.
yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot.
yeah. So
Like, oh, he just reloaded magically.
I know he's gonna do it. Then next scene it's like, I think
That's just like because he's threatening to shoot him. Like, your gun is empty. What are you doing?
yeah, you're gonna. I always want to John Wick a gun now. Like if I need to like flick it out and like throw
yeah.
out the magazine, and then when I load it, like and then I flip it up, catch the slide, look and make sure the bullet's in there, and go back because he Wick did that in one hand. I could do it. I have a an airsoft gun. It's a 6 hour.
Why don't you get a real gun like a real man?
I'd love to, but I don't need it. It's not necessary. I love guns. I just
Kinda seems like we're gonna start needing
I
them
don't
soon.
like. I know. I don't ever think it's necessary. But well, at least fully automatic. You don't need that. Semi-automatic. That's more than enough. Oh no, you got to pull the trigger every time, opposed to just holding it down. Fuck, man.
Bolt
Anyway.
action only. That's the only one.
Yeah. Or no, yeah, single. No, it's you pour the shit on top, jam it in. Yeah. Like in the
Fire your weapon!
the Revolutionary War, which makes no fucking sense. Hey guys, let's line the fuck up. And let's just shoot it. It's a gentleman thing to do. Let's just shoot at each other in a line with these little balls that are like just large BBs. And then let's stand in the way of a cannonball. It's gonna shred off our fucking leg. Anyway, I digress. So it's a 6 hour
I
pistol.
wonder what the actual most perfect hole a cannonball ever put in a person.
to have
Do you think it's ever been a Kung Pao level quality hole?
I'm
in
sure we
somebody?
can find something online, like because they had to taking photos of those guys during the Revolutionary War and stuff.
Because you have those photos of people's skulls. They're like, oh, look at this guy. And there's like a dagger
Yeah,
through his
yeah.
face. Like, those are tough.
I mean, a cannonball is what, like the size of a bowling ball, maybe a little smaller.
I think they change. Yeah,
think
they're,
they
I
might
think
have
they're
been
smaller than
smaller.
we think.
Yeah.
I always think of them as like bowling ball size, but I
Right.
think they're more this ball size.
Okay, that's fair. Even that.
But I guess it depends on the size of the gun shooting it to.
That's fair. The cannon, yeah.
Did you watch Shogun, the television show?
I did not. I heard good things.
There is a section where they take out a battalion of army with cannonballs. Yeah. It's like, oh my god!
I heard
pretty
I heard
gory.
it was really good, and I believe it's supposed to be a one season sort of thing. And now they're
As
planning
I
to bring it back.
understand, the novel ends where that first season ends. So
Yeah,
that's the end.
but there's talk of another one because it did so
It
good.
was so good.
Yeah. The one main actress, the fuck, what is, I don't know her name.
Anasawa, I think.
She's in Monarch, the Godzilla show and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
She's like the worst ever in the Godzilla show. Acting wise, it's just very flat. I've seen stuff of her in
She was good in Shogun.
Yeah, I've seen clips of her in Shogun. I'm like, why couldn't she do that over here? Because she's just so bland over there, and the dialogue is shitty in there. It's just the delivery.
I mean,
and
if
she's insufferable.
if
She's a
it's-
shitty person in that movie too, or in that show too.
I mean, that's
And that's probably what's
sounds
really
like a writing problem and director
that's fair.
problem than
That's
her
fair.
problem.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, maybe a little bit of acting. So, Dumb and Dumber, because we were talking about something, and I was going to say something, and I don't remember what it was anymore. So this movie is a buddy road trip movie. Is there a scene in this whole movie that is the most memorable to you? Not just the dialogue in it, it's just like the funniest, or what stands out the most? Yeah, please, ASMRS. Yeah.
That is a good question. Can you tell me yours and I'll think about it?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you have one?
I do.
Okay.
Do you want to try to guess it?
You? I know what it's not. Can I
Okay.
say that? Start that
Sure.
first.
Yeah, sure.
It's not like the toilet.
Yeah,
bit.
that's like almost a gimme for everybody because that's what a lot of people are gonna remember, right? Jeff. I remember I read an article where Jeff's agent was like, "If you do that scene, you're literally," because not only did they tell him if you do this movie, your career is done, but then later it was like, if you do that scene, you will never get work again. And then that scene is probably, I mean, it's not. It's one of the more memorable the parts because it's just so silly. Fart noises in general are still funny. Like no matter what you say, no matter what anybody says, oh, that's so gross, they are still funny. And whether it's just the sound they make or knowing that it probably stinks like all hell, but like
the little one at the end.
yeah.
Okay, I think I have an answer for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
When
Actually, I guess I'll keep them up.
oh, okay.
So, these are some
I don't know if it's the most
pale ass
iconic, but
legs.
the most interesting part is when how standoffish he is with Mary when they're at the ski place.
Yeah.
Where like he
The
gets
snowball
angry
and
at
stuff
her,
like
but
that,
throwing
yeah.
the snowball and like
Yeah.
smashing her face in the snow. Like, he's
Yeah.
like, come on,
Yeah.
come on.
And she starts laughing, and
It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's very stupid. But he was like serious, right? And so she started to like smile and laugh. He's like, and he does that like the way his hair is too. I feel like they had to thin his hair a little bit because the way that hair would like
so
flare out a little bit,
wispy, and it's
right?
like run a comb through it.
Yeah, or like well, because he does make it look nice for the ball, like when they like gel it and stuff like that. It looks good, but just like Jim's.
I like Jim's. Before
Jim's-
they mess it up.
Yeah. Like they both look sharp for that 1 second, and then it was just completely gone. So my best scene, or at least my favorite scene, that I should say, is the whole time when they're in the van. Like when there's the singing, the hitchhikers, the most annoying.
Oh, with what's his name? Mental.
Yeah, I was gonna say Doyle. Because a lot of that was ad libbed, and so you see Jeff a few times smirk because like Jim's just going at it. Because I believe what the Farrellys did was they recorded the lines the way they're supposed to be, and they're just like, all right, guys, just riff. And so there's twice during that time where you see Jeff sort of smirk, and I love those scenes where it's just ad libbed.
Yeah.
And to get the natural reaction.
There's no way the Mockingbird part is ad lib though, right?
It was 100%.
Wow.
That the most annoying.
Because even
sound.
Jeff's like backup vocals are pretty good with it too.
Now it's possible that they
They
did
are
it.
old,
Maybe
though,
they did.
so they
it,
know
maybe,
the song, maybe?
Well, not only that, but maybe they did a couple takes of it, but it was ad libbed.
Okay.
And I would hope they didn't do multiple takes because then you don't get that same like reaction and stuff. But the guy, Mental, he actually has a hearing problem, and so when they were screaming, it was really like fucking him up. And so like his reaction for his screaming, because that wasn't supposed to be happening. Like he was just like, so that was his genuine reaction.
Guys.
Yeah. Just like stops, look like, and then hey Lloyd, other hitchhikers, pick them up. So it's like, and then they're singing along with him. Now that part was that part's part of it, but it's just. And then even earlier in the movie, like, can you quit doing that? We're not even out of Connecticut, and you already know, like, just the silly little things that they're back and forths, where that can definitely be Mike and I. And I would say that I'm the Jim in the dumber one. And again, the dumber one because I'm saying stupid shit, and you just have to deal with it because again, you're the smarter one. So what I'm saying is I'm the funnier one than you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of all the lies told on this episode so far,
Oh,
that
there's
is
been
the biggest
multiple.
one.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Or we have a little.
Such good cushion.
Oh, how does it go? We have a little.
Disclaimer.
No, the little voting.
Oh, okay, sure. Like
survey
who's
going.
funnier?
Who's funnier, Mike or Brandon? Go on,
Well,
cast your votes now.
I feel like the people that will be casting votes are going to choose me. Do you have friends that watch this?
Like 2.
Yeah, I probably have like 80. Yeah.
The fact that you have 80 friends makes me hate you even more.
friends, acquaintances.
I don't care.
Like
I think you play fast and loose with the word friend.
I
How
probably
about that?
yeah, because acquaintance and a friend, yes, there's a difference. But like even if someone's remotely that I know them, like I told you, I would text people like, "Hey, new episode," and just to let
Yeah,
people know.
in a million
and
years, I would
you
never
don't
do
do
that.
that, yeah, because you're ashamed. So I get it, but like, but I've told you many times like we got to get out there. That's why I made our TikTok. That's why I made these things. We're gonna have these vertical videos that are gonna hopefully generate more of a push for us. I even had reached out to these guys that I had met at Comic-Con last year, and it's oh my gosh, I had DM'd them like, hey, we'd love for you to be a guest on.
Yeah,
on
they
our
sound
show.
important.
Well, I'm not just gonna say names. I just don't want to. But at the same time, they have their own podcast as well, and but just to see if they'd be interested.
I got you.
So It's just
Are they set in New York too?
no, they're here in California.
Ah, fucking losers.
We're not gonna fly to New York just to
Yeah,
fucking
we
do
are.
an episode.
Come fly
Bring
with
my
me.
task
Let's
cam and all that
go
shit.
do some podcasts.
Okay, Frank, let's relax. That was Frank Sinatra, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Anyway, so what else do you have about Dumb and Dumber? Because I have more notes, but what do you have?
Is the moment in the apartment at the beginning of the movie the only sincere moment in the film where it's like, you know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of eking my way through life.
I
Tired
would
of
say
being a nobody.
when it comes to reactions, even Jim's reaction when he sees Jeff with Lauren Holly, or he's like,
Yeah, but it's played for so much jokes, though.
I understand, but like he's
Like, I
genuinely,
understand the emotion
yeah,
is
he's hurt.
betrayed.
Yeah, and then he's trying to get revenge. Yeah, like the vengeance on him and stuff like that. The revenge.
But I mean, like, the only, like, straight, not played for laughs bit. I know it is a second later when he goes, all right, that's enough.
Yeah. I would say so. Yeah, that's the genuine emotion in there.
I just thought that for a second. I thought that was
I
interesting.
mean, it just shows some acting, right? In a comedy movie like this, that's full of just silliness. Not silly like MacGruber, but just silliness, right? Oh, imagine.
pretty silly.
It is, but like, I don't think it's MacGruber level. I think MacGruber is kind of ridiculous, even. The fucking celery in his butt and that kind of shit.
gotcha.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, he does shit.
Yeah, that is the diarrhea.
Fill that fucking bowl.
Yeah. But then there's the sex scene.
He does the kiss, though, like, oh, in his
Yeah,
dream.
but that's not that but gnarly as a sex scene. Then because the sex scene's it's like sad and pathetic. And then he does it with Maya like fucking a minute later. Which I did see a clip of Grown Ups too. And she's I think Chris Rock's wife in Grown Ups. The Adam Sandler series. That's the 2 series.
Who are we talking
Maya Rudolph.
about? Okay.
And she's Chris Rock's husband.
Okay, that's
and
cool.
she was being silly, and she forgot their anniversary. It was like their 20th anniversary or something like that. And so, or maybe 10-year. And so Chris Rock's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go work and have him drop me off." He's like, "Hey, but I love you, baby. You know what?" And he's like, kind of sticking it to her for forgetting. And the door's closing, and she's like saying shit. And I'm just like, "That's so good. Like she's so good." And what is it that you say? What?
To what? Literally every time I say what, it's to what now?
Well, not in the podcast because you've only ever said that like 2 to 3 times.
Shut your mouth.
You shut your whore mouth. Anyway, so any other notes to share?
You made me forget. Damn it, Brandon.
Okay. So the main catalyst of this movie is when Mary Swanson, when she forgets her she leaves her briefcase at the airport, and he thinks that she forgot it.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, that is, Lloyd Christmas. So he leaves his limo after he just got in an accident, like a fender bender. So he leaves the scene of an accident to get the briefcase and to essentially bring it back to her. He's looking for the airport and can't find her, falls off the tarmac. That would not happen this day and age. Absolutely not. You're not getting in that airport past.
Also, she just went through like 10 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that
you just
plane
jump
would
in the
have
line.
left that
Oh
fast.
yeah, I know, right? Because if she walked away, depending on how far he ran to get in there, maybe he had to go through TSA real quick.
I mean, how late would she have been? She would have just walked straight from when he dropped off to the limo to
Yeah.
the plane, and the plane was departing already?
Yeah, or maybe he went to the wrong plane. Do
That's probably what it
do we know
was.
if he actually went to the
Okay,
right
yeah,
one?
you're right.
Yeah, because he's a dumb. He's looking at it. He could have just easily had the wrong. Maybe he can't
That has
read.
to be it.
Yeah, but anyway, so he goes to get the briefcase to bring it back to her. A lot of shenanigans ensue, where Lloyd Christmas and Harry Dunn travel to Aspen, Colorado, to bring her the briefcase. And lo and behold, they had not opened the briefcase the whole time because it's locked really well, and it's $2 million.
It gets like gently thrown in the snow. But
Yeah,
that
he's like,
makes the lock.
Maybe
open.
it's like brittle because it's so cold. And
You're making a lot of sense today, Brandon.
And he
Damn
has-
it!
and he has-
That's 2 great points in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's very, very uncommon.
This stupid movie is making you smarter.
It makes me look smarter than in reality. But
Why did I say stupid? It's dumb movie.
yeah,
God.
yeah, you're an
And I'm
idiot.
getting dumber. Oh,
Oh God, why?
how the tables are turned.
Now the apprentice has become the master. And anyway, so they find out that there's like $2 million in there, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna spend it smart. We're gonna spend this like we're gonna get IOUs. We're gonna give it
I
all
love
back."
that so much.
The
the dumbest thing.
the stupidest thing. Like, our word is our bond, and then they go and get a fucking what is it? There's
A
like
Lambo or
Princess
something.
Diana lived in this place when they visit Aspen.
Presidential suite.
Yeah, the Lamborghini, the leotard with the furry boots, tipping everybody at least $100 each.
Wiping their snot and tears with $100 bills.
That scene rewatching it made me think because I just recently saw a clip of Malcolm in the Middle where he's wiping his eyes with poison ivy.
Oh,
And-
no.
Yeah, and it just made me think of that because he's like, "Oh, can you just have me more leaves to wipe my eyes?" She's like, "No, I can't, Malcolm." He's like, "Why?" Because that's poison oak or whatever. And he's like, and his face. Like think of Hitch when he had the allergic reaction.
Wait, Malcolm does it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he be smart enough to know what it looks like?
Well, I think the girl he liked and handed it to him. He just wasn't paying attention because he was crying like a little bitch. But I'm very excited still for the new 4-episode season to come out, or limited series, whatever you want to call it. Would you call that a limited series if it's only 4 episodes?
I would call it a Who Gives a Shit.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fine.
Let's see. So the B story that I thought is the friendship between, like the bond between Lloyd and Harry is tested. Do you think, like, because they're constantly getting at each other and stuff like that?
Okay.
Do you think that their friendship were to ever actually be in jeopardy? Because I know they separate, right? Like, he gets mad at him because he drove a fifth of the way in the wrong direction. So do you think that would... Do you think... Well, obviously he took him back, right? He took his friendship back. But do you really think that would break a friendship? Like, let's say that happened between you
That
and I.
specific reason?
Yeah.
Being stupid and driving?
Not paying attention?
No. Okay. The betrayal with, like, a person or a girl would. Could. Okay. Not would.
Well, that's a part of that story, too, like, right? Because they... Well, I guess technically the B story is the villains. But this is more like a C arc is their friendship. Or an A arc. But,
I don't know if this is fucking script class we're in, but all right.
I mean, you could take a screenwriting class, too, if you want. They're online. You could take a UCLA offers an online course if you want to do it. So anyway, like when I sent you the outline, it was all plotted out. Anyhow, so do you think if this happened between you and I?
Driving wrong, no.
Yeah.
I would get angry.
Yeah.
But
again, if you
I
only
wouldn't
been angry
stop
at me
being
once.
your friend.
Yeah. Really? That's good.
For being stupid like that?
I'm just making sure. Let's see here. I wrote that mental. They thought that they were pros. Because like he's got to be pros because they killed a bird.
Gas Man.
Yeah, I wrote Gas Man. They killed Mental, and the girl's like, fuck, those are the guys that Mac Mental. And then they spray Banaka in the guy's eye or whatever that he thinks he's spraying in his mouth. Like they killed the owl. I said the bird, but they killed the owl with a fucking. Damn, that was a big one with a cork. There was another explosion that happened. Let's see here. Trading the dog for trading the dog van for a scooter. Probably one of the dumbest things in the whole movie.
Yeah, but they can't afford to gas it.
But they can. So think about it. That van can probably take 15 gallons of gas, and that probably gets, let's just say respectfully, 20 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, but they're not getting the bang for their buck. He says he gets 70 miles to the gallon.
Okay. Yeah, and that motorcycle probably only holds a gallon, maybe 2.
Yeah, but they have to refill more, but they get more bang for their buck. Because that's the point.
I don't think so. If it's a 15-gallon gas tank, and you're getting 20, just let me think.
I'm glad we're doing that.
Yeah,
I'm glad the math is coming out.
Would that not be right?
All right.
Let's just say.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
When it's summertime and the gas prices go up, right?
Okay.
Would you rather be driving a Honda Civic with 4 cylinders, or a fucking Suburban V8?
Well, of course the Honda.
Why?
Because it's going to get better mileage. Okay, but hear me out.
So what's the problem?
If the van...
If you drove to work every day the same distance, say you and your wife worked at the same place and you drove to the same place.
Okay.
You drove the Honda, she drove the Suburban. Who would pay more at the end of the month?
The Suburban. Yeah, no, so the Suburban. But no, okay. Just hear me out.
So you can go to the same place
Yeah.
and it costs more one way or the other.
It can, yes. But here's the thing.
rest my
Okay,
case.
so if that motorcycle... Let's just
let me
whatever.
Wait, before you try to do your explanation.
Before you get a drink. Before you get a drink.
Smugly.
Before you get a fucking drink. Before you get a drink. If that motorcycle only goes 70 miles to the gallon, right, and it only holds 1 gallon, so it's going 70 per fill up, right?
Yeah.
And the van is a, let's just say, a 15-gallon tank, and you get 20 per gallon. You're saying that you would still get more with the motorcycle than you would with the van?
Yes, you would have to fill up more. You would make more stops, yes, but you would go. On that 1 gallon, you would get 70 miles out of it. And if you did it, what'd you say, 20 times?
Okay.
Right?
I don't know. I didn't say 20 times.
20 times. It's
No, I'm saying the van gets 20 miles. So if it has 15 gallons that it holds and each gallon gets you 20 miles,
okay,
then wouldn't that go further than the motorcycle in one tank, right?
In one tank, yes.
Yeah.
He would just have to fill up more, but he gets more miles per gallon.
Right. So if he gets more miles per gallon in the van, would he not get?
What are we arguing about here?
I would say that if he has the van,
but they're trying to save money.
I understand.
It costs more to refuel the van than it does the little motorcycle.
Okay, fine. Yes, it costs more to do it, but I'd say they can get to Aspen.
Let's make it easy, right?
Okay.
Your van makes holds 10 gallons.
Okay.
And you only get 10 miles per gallon. So you can go 100 miles, right?
Yeah.
The motorcycle goes 70 miles per gallon, only holds 1 gallon, right? So while you spent $100 to go,
That makes sense. Yes, that makes sense.
with the thing, you've gone 70 miles on that 1 gallon of gas, and it only cost you 1 gallon.
Right.
Whereas you've gone barely a little bit more time, but it costs you 10 times as much.
Well, so if the van is what's 15 times 20? Wouldn't you do it like that? Like 20 times 15, right? Because you're getting 20 miles to the gallon, right?
300, okay.
Okay, so if you're doing 300 in the 15 gallons, I understand what you're saying. Yes, you're spending less on the motorcycle, but you're not getting as far. So you're doing 300 and something.
Yeah.
So you're doing what's 70?
He's at 70, so 1 gallon, he got 70 miles.
Okay.
And then if he fills it up, he gets 2 gallons, he goes 140 miles. Three,
Yes, he is
210
money,
miles.
but I'm saying he can get to Aspen
280 miles
with the van.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because if you count the times, it's
Because they have to
he
fill
has
up
to
less.
stop.
Yeah, he has to fill up less. So if you're getting 300 something for each fill up, let's just say he can get there in
But if he goes 300 miles, like he's filling up roughly 4 times as many times.
on the motorcycle, right?
Sure.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like he can still get there quicker with the van. I'm not. Yes, sure.
That's not the point. They're not trying to get there quick. They're trying to make it there because they don't have any money.
Okay.
How many minutes into this argument are we doing?
Okay. I don't know, about like 5 minutes at least.
You know what? I changed my mind.
Uh-huh.
You know what? We would stop being friends if
Yeah.
you went fucking
Yeah.
that drove that
That's
many miles
fair,
in the wrong direction.
And I'm the dumber one. Okay. So what else do you have about this movie?
Now I forgot. I don't
Yeah.
know what we were talking about.
You had 3 pages of fucking dialogue. That's all you had. Did you have any goddamn notes?
I told you my notes. Oh, the Jim doing his gym stuff. You think he ever feels weird doing it, or he's just in the zone?
I
So
think
like
he's in the
in
zone.
like in the dream sequence where the karate guy comes out, he's like, yeah, and then Jim does this, yeah. Like, does that even? You think that ever feels weird?
Oh,
Or maybe
yeah.
after thinking about it, like, oh, that was kind of silly, but it's funny, so I guess it's worth it.
You know what I think is silly is when actors have to feel like, or they have to act like they have powers. Like in the Marvel movies, they're going like,
Oh yeah.
like I could not, like that's, yeah, well, yeah, like if you're wearing a full-on costume like Tom Holland would be and he looks like Spider-Man, that's a little different. But when you're fucking, I don't know, Elizabeth Olsen and you're supposed to be swinging around sorcery with all this red shit, or like, or Cumberbatch, you're Doctor Strange, like that's just weird. So for Jim to do those moves, like maybe that's just his character. Well, of course it's his character, the dumbassness of him, thinking that that's some kind of move, because he's like, ay, 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 ay. He's doing all that shit. So that's gotta feel weird doing, especially when you have like 40 people there watching you make an asshole of yourself. But that's kind of the brilliance of it too. Is that Jim Carrey is kind of like, or Will Ferrell is like a Jim Carrey, and so on and so on. They just don't kind of give a fuck. Like they'll just, Adam Sandler a little bit too. Like they'll make an ass. Conan, they will make an ass of themselves just for the joke, for the bit. And that's why I value even MacGruber, because even that movie, like they just go all in, right? It's just super, super dumb and silly. So Jim, again, I feel like he wants the joke. He wants people to laugh, and I value that. I don't think I would go that far, like in trying to make someone laugh. But I'll push, but I don't think I'll do stuff like that, because we can be witty, but to like do something like that, I don't know. That's extreme. I have a few friends that are probably like, yeah, very bold. Let's see if it pays off, Cotton. But yeah, so it's got to be a little silly doing that stuff, but it's in the joke, and I'm sure the Farrellys were like, yeah, just do whatever the fuck you want, Jim. Even the ripping out of the heart, like just was in the doggy bag. Here you go, and they just fall, like just so good. And then the high beams of her boobs,
Yeah.
and his face, and that, like his mouth is open a little bit too, and the chipped tooth, happened. It happened and I don't know if he popped it off. It didn't happen while they were recording. Like that really happened to him. Like he chipped his tooth.
He had a cap on. He took
and I think he took the cap off. And that if he had the straight teeth, I don't think it would have been as funny.
Yeah,
because having that little chip in his tooth, it just sells the movie that much more.
Man, I was just gonna ask you another question. Now I forgot it again.
6 inches, but around. Okay. So let's see what else I got here. Blah 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 blah. The poison. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Because you forget a lot more. I have notes.
The amount of times you've seen this movie. On occasion, even movies that you're familiar with, you'll see a scene like, oh, I can't remember that. Were there any? When was the last time you saw this film?
Yesterday.
No, before for
Oh,
this.
probably like a year or two ago. Well, I don't know. You need to be specific then, dickhead. But see, I watched the Blu-ray, so I watched the director's cut, which is all the scenes. So there's extra stuff in there that's not in the theatrical. So there's a little more of Buck, like or no, Seabass. I'm sorry, Seabass. Like there's a little more of him in the movie. There's a little more of like in the hotel where they're in the bathtub and stuff like that. There's a few more scenes in the movie that I will typically watch than what's theatrical.
Okay.
But about 2 years maybe.
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's and the thing is, I can watch it whenever. There's so many movies that I can watch whenever. I've told you a few of them, like Star Trek for some reason, the new first Chris Pine one. I could just watch that fucking movie. Shawshank, Dumb and Dumber, Kung Pao, Balls of Fury. Anyway, I could just they could be on in the background, and I'm fucking good. Oddly enough, what's the movie with I just forgot the name now too. Lucy.
Okay.
Like that's only an hour and a half movie, and I could just have it there. And I think there's just certain parts of that movie I'm like, all right, this does it. You can't do it with his other movie. Well, actually, I could do it with Fifth Element because he did Fifth Element. I think like Luke.
Besson?
Yeah, I think he did Fifth Element. That I could have on in the background. I cannot have that the Thousand World one. That was absolute garbage. It was like that sci-fi movie with the guy that played Green Goblin in the Andrew Garfield
yeah.
And then that model she's just horrible at acting. Those thick dark eyebrows.
Ethereum or something like that. Something,
yeah. Cannot do it. Like
I never saw it.
So bad, almost as bad as the Wachowskis.
Speed Racer.
No, actually, that one. I'm okay with.
Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah, like with the fucking you got Magic Mike with the fucking dancing feet. He's like flying around and shit. And then you have Redmayne talking like, "Oh, if you don't want to do that," like it's just. I'm like, that is a choice. That is quite the choice that the Wachowskis let him do, and that was just.
It makes sense when you hear those stories of people working on, and I don't know if they're true or not, but people working on Star Wars and thinking like, what the fuck is this supposed to be? Like it's hard to see the vision because sci-fi can get
and it's all green screen. Like,
yeah.
What are you gonna get?
Sci-fi can get so sci-fi-y.
Yeah.
It's hard to see. Yeah.
I read that when they were
Hard to see it in the context. Like, wait, why am I wearing this fucking green thing on my head again?
Yeah. What am I swinging this fucking blade around for? That the people with Owen and like even Hayden Christensen when they're fighting, they go and they kept doing that.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, hey, we guys got to stop doing the noise. We'll do the noises. Just fucking swing. And they're oh okay. And they would still do. I'm the exact same
I think
way.
I would do it too.
Yeah. Yeah. We're fucking nerds. Anyway, so
do lightsabers give off any ambient heat?
I don't think so.
Like if you like.
Right.
You're good. You're good. Oh, you're dead.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, I mean, you can get nicked by it because like Obi-Wan had been nicked many times.
No, but I
Anakin
mean, if
been
you
nicked.
stay out of the beam,
Yeah.
does it have any heat around it?
I don't know. Well, as if we don't have a computer. And you keep going.
We don't have to think about it like this second.
Let's see here. Yes.
Whoa,
Lightsabers
okay.
do generate heat, but it's not constantly emitted outwards. The blade, the hilt, actually the hilt is the handle. The blade, a contained plasma, releases heat primarily upon contact with solid objects, not generally when held in the air.
Okay.
This containment is due to a magnetic field that surrounds the plasma, preventing it from dissipating heat until it interacts with something else. So, okay. So you can put your hand like that, and you'll probably feel a little bit of warmth, but when you make the contact is when it's like, hey.
Sizzles.
Right, because it immediately sodorizes stuff. Sodorize?
Cauterize.
No, sodorize. Sodomize?
Sodomizes your skin. Yeah.
It immediately sodomizes your skin.
Sodomizes the
and your
skin
stomach like you get all perked up. So like when you decapitate somebody, there's never any blood, right? When Anakin fucking straight up cut off Dooku's head, like, I really shouldn't, I was like, do it.
So, but do you think Kylo's
That's a great
emits
question.
more heat because it's so janky looking?
Well, he had a broken.
Why is his so janky?
I think he had a broken crystal. Is what it was. So his
Kyber
was just like,
crystal?
his was like, yeah. But it still had like the thickness, right? It would make contact and it'd still be okay. But he also on his hilt.
It was real floppy. What do you?
Imagine there is actually a Jedi that has like a whip sort of lightsaber. They actually showed her in the Acolyte, which I honestly thought the Acolyte was perfectly fine. It was flawed.
That's what I like my shows to be. Perfectly fine. Yeah. Like I could be doing literally anything else.
Yeah, it's fine.
Making my life better, but this is fine.
Yeah, this is cool. No, I thought it was great.
I say that as I watch fucking 3 hours of YouTube.
And you keep rewatching Friends and The Office. And
I have not watched those in a long time.
how long is that?
When's the last time you watched Dumb and Dumber?
6 hours.
Okay, well, okay.
There you go.
Define long.
Yeah, well, let me show you some. Damn it.
Best friends, everybody. You're welcome.
I do like doing the joke where, well, someone will say like, oh, we need to measure this. Like, I can measure 4 inches about each time, but you can't look.
It sounds like sexual harassment to me.
I'm not saying it at work. I guess it could still be sexual harassment.
It's the only place it exists, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. It's only workplace. Let's see here. Okay, so when they fight over Mary in the bed, where it's like she touched my leg and all that stuff. So obviously, a jealous Jim, right? Like he's possessive over Mary and stuff like that. Harry, do you think
He
Harry
did get lied to by his friend, though.
That's true. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go out, whatever. And what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna stay in. Okay, whatever you think helps your chances. Like just a dick leaning into it and stuff
I
too.
just thought she was a raging alcoholic.
Yeah. Let's see here.
I think I even say words like they do.
Yeah.
Like when I say words like it's modeled after Jim in this movie.
As it should be.
I need some new references.
Yeah. You just start watching more movies. So we greatly enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to touch base on about this movie?
That's kind of it, man. Like it's just very important to us. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry. Again, it would help if I actually wrote the notes, but they're in my head.
Or if you'd write them on a phone.
They're in my noggin.
Okay. And that noggin's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you get falutin at all. Okay.
Okay.
It's out already?
It is.
Okay. Because I don't think you had this problem. Maybe you do. I don't know.
Too big, right?
But
doesn't fit in the boxers.
You like what people like what they like. Like, especially with music, I try to be not judgmental at all with people.
But you really are.
When
Just kidding, relax. Did you see that anger? Yeah, you're breaking the mic, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lightsaber.
It orgasms.
Like, there's definitely stuff that I don't like, but you're allowed to like whatever you're
Mike hates jazz.
Hey,
jazz. He's like, hey guys, pick a fucking lane and do it together. You're
singing. Ever heard of it?
Yeah, you guys are doing your own thing. You're a fucking band.
Fucking shit bop and do bopping. I don't understand. I don't like it. I don't want to like it.
Pans and you're fucking. That's just a Love La La Land reference. But anyway, go ahead.
But so with movies, I almost feel not. It's not even. I don't even know how. Maybe I'm just not articulating myself really.
Probably.
But there's like certain movies. Someone asks like, "Oh, what are your favorite movies?" Like, do you feel silly saying?
Yeah.
Like,
sometimes.
what's your favorite movie?
Sometimes. Yeah. Like Balls of Fury when I say that, or Kung Pao.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Because Children of Men, great. Interstellar, Inception, No Country, There Will Be Blood, Dumb and Dumber, Balls of Fury.
Yeah, like it's yeah.
Then there's some silliness in there, right? MacGruber. I mean, it's not a favorite, but it's still like there are some movies where I'm like, like is that gonna be frowned upon in any way? But
like if I love fucking
penis.
I'm trying to think of like a highfalutin movie. I can think of like
Penis.
Tokyo Story or something like that. But I don't have like pages of like quotes from that movie that I can read off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So it's just funny when you think about that sort of thing. So like if like
well, do you think a movie's only good to you or something if you can quote it? Like, do you think like it's more memorable?
No.
Okay.
No, I just think it's like further ingrained in my head when like you can just it's almost coming out of your pores at that point. But verbally, like, because like it's just
like Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't make some of the best movies in the world, but there's a lot of one-liners in there that are super good. Okay. So like Commando,
but it's important to you.
Yeah, Commando's not the best movie in the world, but there's so many, True Lies. Right. Like, True Lies is fucking great, but there's just so many Arnold movies that are they're all right. They're for the '80s and stuff when they're made. Okay, it's the one-liners that he has, and he's like probably to me the king of those one-liners because Stallone didn't really have any of those. Van Damme didn't have those. Seagal had a couple here and there, but like it was mostly Arnie, and I think probably because my dad watched Arnold movies growing up, so that's a little more ingrained in my head. But you're gonna like what you like, just like with your music, right? I know you like you say, you try not to judge, and I don't think I know I judge when people say certain things like or certain shows like they watch a lot of reality TV. I'm like I just can't stand reality TV. You really like Taylor Swift, right? Or maybe not really like, but you like Taylor Swift.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Would you go to one of her
concerts? I leaned into it.
Okay.
Because people would like make that not if they didn't make that assumption. Maybe I said that I liked her. So like, I don't know if everyone just assumed I was obsessed with her. So I just leaned in. I'm not actually obsessed with her.
Right.
But people
As you close the door in your room,
you turn the camera, just a fucking
there's a shrine. There's a piece of what
painting
you
of her,
thought was her hair.
A painting of her that I did.
Yeah.
In the nude.
Nude, of course.
Me in the back.
Yeah. You holding her breasts like Janet Jackson. And what is
like you can see like my head on
yeah.
the side,
And why did I call them breasts of all times and not say tits or something like that? But like you're holding those to just protect.
She's a lady. They're called jugs.
Yeah, yeah. If there's one thing I know about ladies, and they don't like to be. Or what is it? What's the be? Fuck. It's the joke is like you don't call a woman bitch. The only B word you call or something. I fucked up the joke.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Anyway, so
yeah. So I think I just leaned into it just for yucks because it's funny.
For shits and gigs.
Yeah.
Okay, but you like her music.
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Do you like Adele better than Taylor Swift?
That is a good question.
I mean,
well, Taylor's a better songwriter. Adele's a better singer. If that's the cop out answer I can make.
You think Taylor's a better writer?
Songwriter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she write all of her music?
I mean, well, I don't know what the split is,
Okay,
but
that's fair. That's fair.
sure, most of it.
Because I feel like Adele writes a majority of her stuff.
You know what? I think she does too.
I mean, all of her stuff is literally a bummer.
But I don't.
And Taylor can at least have fun poppy stuff. She started country, right?
Yeah.
That little fucking sneaky snake. Get them country people, and then you switch to pop.
I kind of feel that's how that's
how she got 'em.
There's like a level of inauthenticity. That's where it is. Like,
she got.
You found the
Or
way
people
in.
got. Yeah, she got the American people with her. Like, singing about God and beer. And I don't know what she's saying about.
I don't think she's saying. No, she didn't sing stuff like that.
No, I know
They're
she
all
did,
like
I know.
love songs.
I get it. But it was country sounding, right?
Yeah.
And then
just
like
like that
maybe
Tim McGraw song.
2 albums she did maybe like country, and then she sort of started leaning a little pop, and then like you got
I think
Dirty
by
Pop.
Red it got.
Is that an album?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I
Poppier.
wouldn't know that.
And then by the time it got to
Dirty Pop.
no the
Red
oh my
Wedding.
God. No, I can't remember the one with her birth year.
Oh,
80s.
calendar, seasons.
1989. Is that what it's called?
She's born in '89.
Something like that.
Fuck. She's a little bit older, or a little bit younger.
Fucking dumb fuck.
It's on your fucking favorites, I'm sure. You fuck. I think I like Adele.
But
better
anyway,
than-
yeah, they
I
went to full pop.
I have nothing against Taylor. I'll listen to her if I have no choice. But like, I'm not like ugh, like Taylor
Yeah,
Swift.
89.
Okay. So
By the time she got to there, it was full on pop.
okay. Well, good for her to get those.
I don't know how we ended up here. But
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, you're talking about music and like in movies. If you feel like
Right.
So like for you liking Taylor Swift, I was gonna say great. Like there's a lot of music that you listen to that I'm like meh about.
Again, I don't. I do judge, but I don't judge people to their face to make them feel bad about.
Do it
their
behind
choices.
their back.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you should.
Well, not even like going. These fucking you believe this idiot listens to this bullshit.
Yeah.
No, to myself, I'm like talking to myself, like, hey, do you believe this fucking idiot listens?
Yeah.
But you're allowed to like whatever you like.
Right.
Like that's not the issue.
Right. And that's the thing about it. Like, there's gonna be things that you like that most people might not. Right. Like, okay, I keep using MacGruber as an example.
Please stop.
MacGruber is not well received. It's
No.
not. But it's slowly gained like sort of a cult following for its silliness.
I can see that.
And so it's just a movie that people are like, Kung Pao. It's a movie that many people are like, ooh, like that just fucking garbage. But you and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So slowly but surely, these movies do become a little more liked.
But I don't need people to,
like it.
relitigate it and
Right.
come around on it. Like,
Right.
If I like
you
it,
don't
I
want
like
to come around, you want to come on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Want to come all over it.
You got to finish off somehow.
Yeah.
So I get it. And and it's not that I don't try to judge, because like I'm a very judgmental person. I need to get up. It's telling me that I've been sitting for too long.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to get moving, everybody. Anyway, so wait, I feel like my fucking watch is about to die too. It's like, oh no, it's at 22%. It typically lasts 4 days. Good job, Samsung. Wait,
Really?
How long does yours last?
A day and a half, maybe.
Fucking pussy ass Apple.
Maybe it's a little bit older. Maybe the new one.
Yours is an older one, right? It's like a 1 or 2.
I was at work, my previous one, taking a shower, and I had my watch on when I was going to. I was like, oh, I better put it up here. Don't forget it's up there. Of course, I forgot it was up there, and I pulled the tail down, shattered right in the front. I was like, motherfucker!
You stepped all
so
over
this
it.
is the second one that I got, but
Okay, that's a big face though. Do you like big faces?
yeah.
I'm not like bougie big face, like a 55 millimeter.
Oh, no,
like
no,
a
no, no,
huge-
no, 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 no,
Like
no.
some kind of like fucking gigolo.
The bigger the better. The more diamonds, the better.
Right.
As you know me.
It's like when the basketball teams win their championships.
Yeah.
And their rings are like enormous, and like you can't even technically like wear it,
Yeah.
right? Because they're just so fucking big.
Your fingers
That
will
makes
just
no
become
sense to me.
Deformed around.
Yeah, because you're like this, like these fingers will be together, but you're like that because it's just so fucking girthy.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I would be a man of like, hey guys, can we make a ring that's like, I don't know, wearable? Or give me a fucking like a bracelet, like something that you know what I mean? Because instead of a ring, so that way I'm not just looking like an idiot.
Necklace?
looking like a TMNT, like I just got because I had some.
A necklace with the Laker on there. Mm-hmm. The Laker L.
It's just it's the Laker L
Bedazzled.
and then on the Laker
World
L,
champ.
it'll have all the lakes of Minneapolis or
Minnesota?
Minnesota, and all 10,000 of them, 1,000 of them. How can a fucking state have thousands of lakes in it? And it's that like I don't get it. What's a fucking lake?
What's the deal with water?
Yeah. What is the deal with lakes?
I mean, I could tell you.
Oh, tell me.
It was, during the Ice Age, there was the glaciers that was, as they receded, they left their grooves and divots and piles of water. Okay, well.
Oh my God. Did you guys see that? Anyway.
I almost learned something. Oh my God, that was a close one.
That knowledge would have pushed the dumb shit out of my head. I needed to not do that. Anyway, everybody. So thank you for listening and watching this episode of Specrapular. And thank you for enjoying our 100th episode. We have a few more for this season. And you can make your recommendations for us by emailing us at specrapular@gmail.com. Is that my belly? Oh, that's my shirt. Okay, that's my shirt. That's some pale belly. Anyway, so you can email us at specrapular@gmail.com.
It seems not as pale as your legs, though. Maybe it's just how it looks on the screen, though. Okay, take it easy with the lifting of the leg, buddy.
It's fine. Like there's some muscle
No,
definition.
not that one. Under. Yeah, that's the part right. That's the part that really gets them
Yeah,
going.
you know what I did the other day? I don't know if you can see the you can't see the mark. There's a slight mark right here. I know that it's a little of the pale of the skin, but right here.
A lot of you putting your fucking shoes on my furniture today. I don't remember that being
There's not touching anything. Anyway, I was using my cruiser board, and I went to pop it up to catch it, right? Because I was doing a couple tricks here and there. It's a cruiser board, so it's thicker too. It's like 9 inches. Is that me doing tricks? Yeah. Anyway, so I popped it up. Sick, dude, sick. Every time I land a trick, sick. Fuck yeah, sicky nar. Anyway, so I flipped up the board to catch it, and then when I caught it,
I want to imagine just someone just looking at someone's phone. His legs are wide open.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
Like
exactly?
someone's watching the episode, someone's walking by, like. But I caught the board, but then it slipped out of my fingers, and then it hit my leg, and the grip tape scraped. Yeah. And I was like, that's all right. And then like 20 minutes I looked at it, it was just fucking red and bleeding.
You
I was like,
can't
oh my
see anything.
God. Yeah, because it's healed up pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so the next movie, Mike, what are we watching?
We are watching From Now.
Yeah, the future is now.
From 2000 now. Mm-hmm. Sinners.
Yeah.
Starring one Michael B. Jordan.
My man.
Also his favorite Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Directed by Ryan Coogler. Mm-hmm. And what's her name? Hailee Steinfield.
Sinners movie.
And what is that Irish guy's name?
I will tell you in a moment.
Something O'Connor.
You get Michael B. Jordan. You get Hailee Steinfeld, which I absolutely adore her. She's so funny. She's so good. I don't want to butcher her. I don't want to butcher her name, but she was also in Loki, and it's Wunmi Mosaku. She was the girlfriend, the ex-wife. Yeah. Okay. Then there is some smaller characters. There's Lin Jun Lee, which she was the
I gotcha.
building
Grocery.
Yeah. There's Omar Benson Miller. There's our guy Delroy Lindo. Hell yeah. And the guy, oddly enough, he's not shown here in the top cast.
The main vampire?
Yeah, he's not shown here.
But he's the main vampire.
He is Shev Ohanian. Is that him?
No.
Sev? Yeah.
It's like Jack O'Connell or some shit like that.
Even that name is crap tech.
Hold on, you
no.
fucking.
I'm gonna find it first. It is. Oh, it's Jack O'Connell. You're right. It's Jack O'Connell. And then you got a Nathaniel Arcand.
All right, we don't even know the whole thing.
Lola Kirk. But anyway, so from 2025, Mike and I actually saw this in.
How much is it going to cost me to rent?
It's on HBO. It's free.
Oh, streaming.
I told you this 2 weeks ago.
I don't remember a lot of
You
things.
fuck. It was right before we did
full of
MacGruber.
spicy chicken sandwich right now.
Was that a spicy one? I thought that was regular.
Oh, you didn't see me go.
Caliente. So anyway, we're watching Sinners, and it can be watched on Max. And but again, you can make recommendations for us by emailing us at specrapular.
I feel like people are still talking about this movie, even though it came out like 2 months
5 months ago.
Is it that long ago?
I think.
Wow.
Maybe 4 months ago. Doesn't matter. So it's one of the newest movies we're doing, besides when we did Batman, which was still in theaters. The Batman was still in theaters when we did it. Barbie was on streaming when we did Barbie. So this is probably the quickest, besides Batman, that we've done. The Batman, which unfortunately got pushed back to like 2027. I think
I'm gonna stop caring about Batman.
I think something's going on with Matt Reeves. I think something like health wise. I think.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like some allegations or something.
Or
Like
I hope not. But God, yeah. I mean, that movie came out in like 2022, 2023 maybe.
That's wild.
Yeah, and I greatly like it. I mean, that cinematography. What the fuck? Why didn't that cinematography get an award? Like a beautiful movie. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching and listening. And Mike, why don't you go ahead and take us away?
I mean, we are doing Dumb and Dumber, so
Mom.
crap. You're supposed to say it.
Oh fuck! Do it.
Crap.
Yeah.
Watch.
Us.
Specrapular.
Everybody, have you heard specrapular?
You're gonna watch movies with Mike and Brandon.
Yeah, and you're gonna listen to them talk about
a lot
dicks.
of hips moving in this.
A lot about dicks.
Okay, that's. We're gonna watch movies.
You should start wearing some Hoochie Daddy
with
shorts too. These aren't Hoochie Daddy. These are only 7 inches.
Okay.
Like typically I wear a 5, so the 5 will be like right here. No, I'm just kidding. Like the 5 will be there, and like the more leg the better, Mike. But I'm pretty sure you're pale. Like watch everybody real quick. Sorry, Mike, to throw you out.
Ah! That looks worse than yours.
Hold on, turn that way.
Well, no, it's the All right, take it easy.
That's pretty.
It's the contrast.
I'm
that
pretty
makes
sure
it
that's
so
what
stark.
Mike's legs are gonna look like if you took.
Actually,
you slap off those things, whip out that hog. Let's see.
It's pretty brown. Still.
I guess so.
Which doesn't make sense because these are covered by as much stuff as these are when I'm working.
Yeah.
But this looks so pale.
Well,
so
whatever. All right, everybody. Thank you.
Shut up, everybody.